Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. I mean, we're here, right? We're sharing this space. That's a lovely thing. Sometimes, just a sec. I had a little bit of a problem yesterday with on my stitch along, so I'm trying to make sure that we are all together now. There was some kind of a thing yesterday, you guys, in my I'm just gonna fussy cut these while and just the tail end of my fussy cutting of all these hearts that I painted the other day. There was something that happened during my stitch along yesterday. It was so weird. Like all of a sudden in the middle of my class, it just stopped the whole video. Not mine. Like it stopped, what do I want to say? It stopped being live. It stopped broadcasting. And I have no idea why or how it happened. I think maybe there was not a strong enough signal or something. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Anyway, so I'll be watching it closer today. That's for dang sure. It was weird. Nancy was there. I was there and then I was gone, and I couldn't figure out how to get it back. So I ended up having to just like exit it and then start a new video. It was crazy. It was just crazy. Not as crazy as that Maisie dog. Holy smokes, you guys. She is so rambunctious. She goes from 0 to 60, I'm telling you, in seconds. In seconds. I have this big idea. I promise, I have a big idea for all of these hearts. Remember that we did on National Bubble Wrap Day? Good morning, Lindy Barnes. How are you? So, how's the weather where you all are? Nancy, how is Nevada? Patricia, you're in Minneapolis, aren't you? Well, I know you're Minnesota. I don't know if you're Minneapolis. Or is that just where you went to the letterpress? I thought you were in Minneapolis or Minnesota. Good morning, Peg. So I'm just fussy cutting the tail end of all of these painted hearts. And then I'm going to build my page, and I can't wait. I have this big idea of what I want to do. Your Twin Cities, okay. I know, Nance, that was so crazy. Cool and sunshine. Oh, nice. Yes, well, we are overcast this morning. No sunshine as of yet. But maybe it's coming. Maybe. How about you, Peg? How's Wisconsin weather this morning? Maisie is growing like nobody's business. And she is so crazy. I'm telling you. She keeps us on our toes, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? We hadn't had a doggy in this house for a while. Oh my gosh, Deb, you're almost in Kansas. Okay. So what part of Kansas are you going through? Are you going through like the upper sunny but only 4 degrees? Yeah, that's better than ice storm. Nashville was getting, that's crazy, isn't it? I feel bad for places who don't normally have big weather like that because they're just not set up for it. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have, do you know what I mean? They don't have snow plows and they don't have ice, or excuse me, salt for the ice buildup. And like when the ice is on trees, that's a scary thing. I remember that. Selena. Seems like I saw that. Well, maybe not. That sounds familiar. But oh gosh, Deb, who knows why that sounds familiar? I was talking yesterday about well, gosh, lost my train of thought. Imagine. Okay, these are the tail end of the hearts, and then we can start building. I'm so excited. I did want to show you guys something that I did pull out in during Stitch Along yesterday. I found this. I was cleaning something out, and look what I found. Who knows when I bought this? 50 cards, and it's all music trivia, 60s and 70s. And it must have been a while ago because it was only $5.50. But each card has a different question. So here we go. Look. What made Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix members of the 27 Club? Anybody know? I kind of know this, and I feel sad that I know it. Anybody? Oh, Lynn, I'm sorry you don't have any sun. Sometimes it makes the snow unbearable, doesn't it? It's just, it's the grayness. That's the thing that got me down. That's for sure. Nobody knows? They were both 27 years of age when they died in 1970. There's other stars that died at 27 too, and now I don't remember. I don't remember their names right off the top of my. Okay, here's another one. Who wrote the track Mrs. Robinson made famous by the film The Graduate? This one we should be able to get. I'll take a drink while you ponder. Do 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 do. Okay. Anyone have an answer? I know there's this weird lag between me talking and you guys being able to. There's a lag in the like the time from me talking to you being able to answer, which is so weird, but it is what it is. I'll set this over here and I'll cut out a heart and you see if you can answer. Because I only have a few hearts left. I'm so excited to build this page. I was thinking about how my word for 2026 is encourage. And so the calendar art, you're right, Nancy Liberty, it was Paul Simon. What a prolific songwriter and troubadour he is. Paul Simon. This one's easy. Which trio sang Night Fever and Staying Alive? If you're a girl of the 70s, worth your salt. I know you'll know that one. Almost done, almost done. Yes, of course it was the Bee Gees. Of course it was the Bee Gees. I do love me some Bee Gees. I do. I mean, it's kind of a sad family saga, the Bee Gees. Barry's the only one left. Morris was always my favorite. They've certainly had their share of tragedy. But I sure love their music. Oh my gosh, you guys, 2 hearts left. I've been cutting them out while we watch TV at night. And last night we didn't watch as much TV as much as we just chatted. Sometimes you just need to catch up, you know? We did watch the episode of Shrinking. Does anybody else watch that? Gosh, I love that show. It's smart and funny and just wildly entertaining, I think. You guys know the drill on this. Let's get making some art. Shall we? Of course. Okay, so here's my pieces that I'm putting my trivia cards away. Until next time, here's my double page spread, right? So here's what I'm thinking. So I have all of these hearts, and I have this plate that my pal Lindsay made. She made them for every one of us at the Kansas retreat. So I thought, oh, because it says life is art, live yours in color. And I thought, oh, that's the perfect thing to catch all my little hearts. Oh, you're waiting for Tim? I totally understand. But I also pulled some colored pencils because I have kind of an idea. So I'm thinking I want to do like a splattering of hearts, maybe around the edge, maybe just in the corners. Haven't figured that part out just yet. But then I want to do some hand cut letters out of this paper. Do you remember? This was like just the tail end of the paint that was on my brushes. So I want to write the words "Make Happy Art," right? So I think I'm just going to go on the back side of this and write the letters. I know some people can just freely cut them. And I probably could too, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it this morning. Make. And they absolutely do not need to be uniform in size or anything. Just, oops. Where's my eraser? This is why I do it on the back side. And K is going to be backwards. I need to think about that. I need to think about that. Good morning, Valerie. Valerie, did you watch the first episode of Shrinking last night? Okay. Okay. Make. Then I'm going to do my H right here. Where I know color is on the, yeah. I'm out of Facebook jail, LOL. I couldn't comment or react on anything. Yesterday or today? Are you talking about yesterday or today, Valerie? Because yesterday in Stitch Along, that was, I don't know what was happening there, but my video just stopped. So that wasn't you. It was Facebook. I don't know exactly what happened there. I have no idea. Make. Yeah, so that wasn't you, Val. I don't know what was going on. I was just talking away to no one. Good morning, Renata. So we're doing Make Happy Art. So let's do another A. We could do the R right here. So I had this idea. I'm going to fussy cut all of these letters. And then I'll have all of this paper that I can just make something with. Who knows what. Plus, because I still have those other 2 sheets of bubble wrap paper, remember? Remember, your pencil line is just a guideline. So if you cut past it, That's okay. It's fine. There we go. Okay, so look, there's my letters. I'm going to just... In some groups I belong to, I couldn't comment. And other groups I could comment. And it was just a weird day. Yes, it was a weird day for Facebook. That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so my idea is that I want to just gonna I want to put these letters down, but then I want to kind of enhance them. Let's see if the idea in my head comes to fruition on my page. You were commenting too much. That seems silly. But who am I? My name is not Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, I'm just gonna all the way over. Oh, so did anyone happen to see, and I just saw it late last night, the Liquitex color of the year is called Light Blue Violet. It is periwinkle. And I thought, oh, I'm totally going to buy a tube of that because I will celebrate a beautiful color like periwinkle. So look for it next week. I'm feeling like I want to add more acrylic paint to our art journals this year. What does everybody think about that? I'm feeling like that might be a fun little artsy departure for us. The color is so pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to talk about it. You know I love talking about a color. Okay, down and across and across and up. A. It's so pretty, isn't it, Valerie? It's so pretty. I'm saving all of my little bits because I just don't know what I want to do. Hey, did everybody... So yesterday in my post, I always post music, at least I try to, music with my posts. And yesterday I posted, Lady Gaga did a rendition of Won't You Be My Neighbor that's, oh my gosh, it just sends chills up your spine. She's such talent, and her, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, you guys. So if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, give it a listen. Good morning, Vicky Dooley. How are you this morning? good, I hope. So good. So I am doing a page in my art journal with the artsy papers that we did on Tuesday, on Bubble Wrap Day. I mean, come on. Could there be a more fun celebratory day? I mean, we do find all the celebratory days, don't we? But seriously, that one just made me smile. Bubble wrap. I always have bubble wrap for various art endeavors, you know. And there was a piece sitting kind of out, and Braxton was over the other day, and he was like, "Oh, Auntie, can I pop that?" I go, "Absolutely." I go, "Do you pop them individually, or do you twist it?" And he was like, "Oh, no, individually." I go, "That's my boy. That's my boy." H. You want to like prolong the fun of popping it, of popping the bubbles. Snow is almost melted. Choctaw, Oklahoma got about 9 inches. Isn't that crazy? So the letters are for my page, Val, that I'm going to make a page that says make happy art, because I think we all need encouragement to make happy art, right? And so I'm building this page with all these bits and bobs that we created on Tuesday, during Tuesday's class. Can you believe it's Thursday already? Does anyone else feel like the weeks are going so fast? Holy tamale. They just feel like it goes so fast. Oh, you know I love me some Amending Beautifully. And so I saw something that she wrote. I think it might have been this morning. Anyway, she talked about, do you know your neighbors? Like, do you feel like you could, do you feel like you could, if you don't know them, could you go up to their door and introduce yourself, just say hello? And then she said, do you know the person who delivers your mail? Do you know the person who collects your trash? Do you know people in line at the grocery store? Art. You gotta have art. Can you reach out on purpose and strengthen the community that is already all around you? Maybe there are deep connections to be had with someone you sort of lightly interact with. Could you find a way to make a deeper connection with the community that already exists all around you today? And then she said, I will. So I told myself that I will do that too. I will figure out a way to make a deeper connection. So here's a weird thing. So I told you last night we watched one show on TV and then we just kind of chatted. And Jeff was telling me about this Uber ride that he had in Atlanta. And he said that the his Uber driver was Ukrainian, and he said, and he also has a store, or excuse me, a restaurant. And so he said that the guy was talking about the restaurant and how he has this chef that cooks at his restaurant, and he said, you know, she used to be homeless. When I met her, she was homeless, but I found out that she was like a trained chef, and so when I opened my restaurant, I hired her, and he said that, oh my gosh, you guys, this is making me so happy. That the Uber driver, no, I don't know his name, and I don't know that Jeff caught his name, but he said, oh, she's from Latvia. And Jeff said, oh, I have relatives in Latvia. And he said, oh, are you? And then he said this word that Jeff said. I didn't know this word, but it was, oh my gosh, you guys. It's making me so happy. Literally. Ha ha. Okay. Make happy art. Or should I do it like this? So anyway, he's telling this story about how this guy said, are you something? And he said, it was like, it was a word that indicated that he was Jewish. And Jeff said, I just freaked out because, like, how would he know that? How would he know that? Do you know what I mean? And so I said, wow, that's so cool that, but, and he couldn't remember the word. So now I got to go research that. Anyway, he said that, so I'm going to start to sprinkle hearts and see what I see. Because he said, how would he know that I'm Jewish? How would he know? And I said, but maybe that was like, I don't know, the universe just, you know, kind of sending you a connection. And then I read that thing this morning about connections. I was like, shut up. Ooh, I love when things like that happen. It creeps Jeff out. I delight in it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm loving this so much. Oh, I love that you know your neighbors. Well, I know my neighbors too. I'm very sad that one is moving out. We are going to be so sad. And Jeff goes, what if we get a kook next door? I said, I know. Because we love her. We love her. But I said, we might get a great neighbor. You never know. Nobody can replace our Mabel. But I think I want to kind of put some down and then like start to like overlap them. And do you know what I mean? Like have it just be like a whole big thing of them. Oh, Valerie, I love that you know your neighbors too. And your mail person. Love that. Our mail person kind of changes a lot because we're at the tail end of a route. And so, and our mail can come at 10 o'clock in the morning or at 7 o'clock at night. We never know. We never know. So my idea is that I want to have these clusters of hearts and then these letters, but I want to enhance the letters, like the outside of the letters, with some colored pencil so that there's a little bit more contrast because it's kind of looking all kind of one-tone-ish. But anyway, that's my plan for my composition. Anybody else have anything that they're how they're planning their pages? Everybody take a drink. I bought this cup. Look at this beautiful cup. I bought this cup when I was on my way to Kansas and I stopped at Buc-ee's and I love a swig cup anyway. But I bought this cup because look at it. Doesn't it just scream my name? Bright colored flowers. Stop it. Anyway, I am not a coffee drinker, and I think this lid is kind of for coffee drink. Do you see how small that is? So it's hard for me to drink out of, but I struggle with it. I struggle through it because I love the cup so much. Then I was like, hey, Dum Dum, why don't you go on Swig and see if they just have different kinds of lids, and they absolutely do. And so I ordered them. Our mail person changes daily. Loved our mailman when I was a kid, Mr. Gee. Oh, I love that you remember his name, Nance. He would eat his lunch with us in the park. Oh my gosh, Nancy, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. Oh, Kath, I like that you know yours too. I love that. My next door neighbor shares their pool in-house with us. Lovely. We put a gate between our yards so we can come and go. My family all think we have a pool because we use theirs. Vic, that's so cool. Okay. So now I'm thinking about my how I want to start building this. I think I'm going to pull my letters off and start to... Oh my gosh, Nancy, that's so cool. That's so cool. What's another thing I wanted to talk to you about? Oh, I saw oh my gosh, I'll tell you a funny story because I'm coughing again. So, you know how sometimes you just get a little tickle in your throat? Anyway, I gotta take a drink so I can tell you this funny story. Okay, so I was getting my hair done the other day, and she was gonna wash my hair. So you know I have to lay back in the bowl when they wash your hair. And I think I'm going to, let's see, do I have a piece of, yep. Let's see if this makes a difference. So I'm laying back and I start to kind of, I had taken a drink just before I laid back. And then I started to have that, like a tickle way in the back of my throat because I had swallowed wrong, right? And so Alejandra, who does my hair, said, oh, are you having some post-nasal drip? And I said, no, I just have this tickle in the back of my throat. And she said, oh, would you like a cough drop? And I go, do you have a mint? And so she gave me a Ricola. And can I tell you something? It was so unpleasant. I hate a Ricola. I hate it. But I think I need to deepen it in color. But let's do all of them with this first. But sadly, it did take the tickle away, even though I thought it was so unpleasant. And I told Jeff, as soon as I got out of her driveway, I took that stupid Ricola out of my mouth and I wrapped it up in the wrapper, you know? And I go, but I saved it because I thought it did kind of work. Not that I'll be buying any Ricola, because I like a Luden's. They are so nasty. They are so nasty. But it totally worked, Vic, and I hated that. But if I would have had one of my cherry Luden cough drops, which Jeff called, it's like, that's just candy. And I go, whatever, it does the trick, and it's not unpleasant. Okay, what did you say, Peg? Oh my gosh, it's so good that I already love you, Peggy. I can't believe that you love a Ricola. What happened to your taste buds that you like that? Ah, good thing we already love each other. Let's see. I'll share my page. Thanks, Peg. My mail person is Eddie's bestie, Britt. She leaves him dog treats. My dad's mail person leaves Sadie dog treats also. And you know what? God love them because she's the barkiest dog. She sees them coming up the driveway and she's rawr, 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 rawr. I told myself I was going to try and every year I try to create art with my one little word so that it stays alive in my brain. And so I told myself I was going to continue to my word for 2026 is encourage, to encourage you and me. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to represent it in my art journal. Barking is Eddie's love language. Maisie is just discovering her voice. It makes me laugh so hard. She tells the neighbors what's what in the backyard. They have, one neighbor has the audacity to be putting a new roof on. That's bugging her. There's a lot of birds. They bug her. She has something to say to them. But she's like so curious about them. I love it. I love it. Ricola has different flavors that are good, not just the original. Yeah, but whatever, Valerie, I have a whole bag of cherry Ludens in the pantry. They just didn't happen to be in my purse. Honey, lemon, and cherry. You know, Peg, I don't know who you're trying to impress. With your flavors of Ricola. It just tastes so medicinal. But it did calm my throat. I've always had this really touchy throat. And my mom said I got it from my grandma Coughlin. And she got it too. I think some people are just plagued with it, you know? In the big scheme of things, it's a pretty small affliction to have, that's for sure. Oh, you guys, I'm loving it so much. I'm loving it so much. Oh my gosh. So, if you are, I will repost it, and I will post it in the newsletter this week also. Tessa has created 2 amazing cards. You know my Tessa, she's so talented. Anyway, she created 2 cards that are just unbelievably beautiful. With, one is with the Shelley O'Leary St. Patrick's Day shamrock, and the other is with January's calendar art. She just posted that today. So if you follow her, I always put a link in the newsletter to my team, my team's Instagram, because lucky us, Tessa always posts her how-tos. She always puts her process in there. Okay, let's see. How does this look on there? I think it's going to need darker. I think we're going to need to go around the edges with a deeper color, because this is just lime peel. You know how to use it. I love lime peel. I do. And I want it to make me all the way happy art, you know? There we go. I like just a little bit of dimension, just this little outline of colored pencil is adding, you know? Yeah, I agree, Valerie. It does need a little something more. Did everybody else do bubble wrap art? Did everybody else do bubble wrap pages in their art journal? I'm telling you, when you're trying a technique like that, do a bunch of things. While you have all the stuff out, do more papers than just the ones you need, because that will just add to your artsy papers. Yep. Okay. I think I want to try this. I think this is olive green light. Good morning, Joni. How are you? Let's see. Yeah, this is deepening it just enough, I think. Let's see what this looks like on the page. A little bit more on this side. Okay. Yes, look at that. But I'm feeling like I might have to, yep, do that jiggy blend with the lighter color to soften that edge. I know that's a lot of work, but I'm here for it. Art isn't supposed to be fast, you guys. It's supposed to be a learning process, art journaling wise, for sure. Yeah, I like that better. I had a rescue shepherd black that was finally the neighborhood dog. He'd run in up to Curtis, our mailman, barking. One day, I was watching. How'd you get out again? He ran up to Curtis. He turned, put his bag down between them, turned around, and Jake was barking to say hello, but he was sitting. Curtis yelled at Jake, but then laughed because his tail was wagging, and he was just waiting for Curtis to say hello. But it scared Curtis. I'm yelling at Jake, get back in this yard. They greeted Jake. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, I do love a doggy story. Don't you love a doggy story? So Maisie works with Jeff every day up in the office. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love that. I love that. But is it enough? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it needs to be just a little bit more. Need to take a drink and ponder. Maybe I need to find the olive green dark. I know I have it. Like maybe it just needs a little more depth. There's olive yellow. That's kind of terrible. Wait, is this it? Grass green. But it's one of those. Goodness. So, what do you guys think about, like, I don't know, just talking to someone at the grocery store? What do you think? I kind of think I might like to do that. Jeff's horrified when I do that. So sometimes I'll just tell you that's what makes me do it even more. But every Thursday, my great niece and my great nephew, grass green, go to the grocery store and pick out some new fruit, a new fruit. And so we'll see if we can find somebody to chat with in the grocery store. They'll probably think that's so embarrassing. What are you saying no way to, Bran? That just embarrassed by my friendly personality? Sometimes I'm a little bit too much for him, I think. That's all right. Well, don't see it in there. But I did find Brandy, we did it every day at the store. You talk to people all the time at the store, Brandy. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's try, what is this one? Let's try, what is this? Green ochre. Let's see if that deepens things enough. Yep, I think that's going to help. Yeah, I think that's like just deep enough that it's going to make a difference. Yep, look at that. They were crafty people. You're right. You're right, Bran. Okay. What was the one I needed? Which one did I? This is the one. I did this color and then the green ochre, I think. There we go. And you guys shut up. Look at this paper underneath. What am I going to make with that? Something cool, I'm sure. Did I do my ear yet? I don't remember. I think so. And then I did my lime peel and a blendy, blendy, blendy. I'm still reading my Vera Wang. What's the name of the one I'm reading now? Vera Wang. Guide to Snooping something. Oh my gosh, it's just funny. It's just light, easy. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I just need a cozy mystery. Now is one of those times. I'm going to come in with the ochre and just deepen just on the edge. Yes! Look at that, you guys. Make happy art, everybody. Well, hi, Denise. How are you? Oh, my gosh. Missing you. And I loved your note the other day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you guys, that is making all the difference, I believe. I believe. Let's see. How am I doing? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. It's so good, Valerie. I'll put a link. After we say goodbye. I've read the first one of hers for book club, and now I'm reading another one because it's just kind of easy to listen to. Do you know what I mean? I listen to Audible book because I can do that while I work. And somebody's telling me a nice story. Why wouldn't I like that? Right? So I will bid you adieu. Don't forget to open your newsletter on Sunday. Sometimes they're late on Sundays, sometimes they're early, but it'll be Sunday nonetheless. And go out and make it a tremendous Thursday, everybody. And I will just continue to work on my letters and my page with all my painty hearts. I can't wait. I can't wait to, like, you know, for it to all come together. But I want to enjoy all the little processes that make it all come together. I adore you all so much. Thanks so much, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.